Hello. Welcome to KpopDConan channel. Since I had exams, I couldn't investigate a new case this week, so instead, I'm going to say my opinion about various topics and you guys can tell me if you agree or not. And remember, these are just some opinions, not facts, so please take it easy. Let's start our video. 1. Are NEWJEANS and K-pop fans okay? So NEWJEANS are basically threatening Hybe to terminate their contracts and leave if Hybe don't listen to their demands. You know what's funnier? The fact that K-pop fans are still supporting them. I felt for a second that I'm the wrong one in the place. At this point, Jin didn't only brainwash and manipulate the girls, but even people online. Wow! Do you guys know what it means for NEWJEANS to leave? They will lose everything, including their brand name, their songs, their YouTube channel. In simple words, they will lose their identity. Again? They will lose their identity. NEWJEANS literally dug their own graves because they don't want to stay in AHYEON as their CEO, which was already rejected from AHYEON's new management, Hybe and the court. It's over. If NEWJEANS leave with the hope of working freely with Jin, they're just being delusional, and their supporters too. Jin is on the verge of losing her house because of the lawsuits against her, and if she won't be able to pay her debts, she might face other lawsuits and accordingly go to jail. And even if she didn't, she still won't have much money to establish a company of her own and get NEWJEANS' brand name. And on the other side, no company will accept these girls because the whole world have seen how they are already becoming as 5 copies of Jin herself who are ready to step on others and ruin their careers for their own benefit, and at the end of the day, they claim to be the victims and ask for apologies from the real victims out there. NEWJEANS lost, are losing, and will lose everything in their life, and not for themselves, but for another person. And their parents? They are 10 times worse than Jin for leaving their girls into this dangerous mess. 2. Hybe's leaked documents shouldn't be shocking. Yeah, you heard that right. Come on, guys. We are talking about an industry that's full of pure toxicity, whether it's the companies, K-pop fans, or even idols themselves. And as much as it's awful and disgusting for them to body shame, belittle, and make fun of idols, as much as I see it so normal, I'm sure some of those K-pop fans who are mad actually body shamed many idols out of jealousy and toxicity. And in an industry where beauty and perfect body proportions became the most important thing, thanks to K-pop fans who praise visuals the most, for sure the companies will focus on the idols' visuals and point out the flaws they see in them. I bet all the companies out there are doing the same thing though. It's just Hybe that got exposed to the media. There could be even worse out there. A small hint for what I mean, sexualizing minor girls who are trainees or idols. Not saying that Hybe itself doesn't do this too, but it's obvious there are companies who do worse than this. 3. SM is turning into a nursery. I'm not joking about this. If you don't know, after ITZY organized a boycott over Sunghan's departure from ITZY, SM Entertainment decided to shut them up, just like they've done with NCTZENS in the past. Their strategy seems painfully obvious at this point. Now, Sunghan is coming back as a solo artist. Yes, solo. I'm completely done with this company because they treat fans like kids who will settle for the bare minimum. It's like they think ITZY are some crying babies who will stop fussing the moment they toss them a candy or a toy to distract them. But this isn't working anymore. No one, including me, is ready for another Lucas situation. Seriously, no. Lucas hasn't even been promoted properly by SM, so how can ITZY just trust the process and think this path will lead to anything positive for Sunghan? They know very well that he's likely to face the same future. And let's not forget, that wasn't the goal of the boycott in the first place. If SM thinks redebuting Sunghan as a solo artist is a brilliant way to protect ITZY's reputation, they're missing the point entirely. This whole situation is confusing and frustrating because it doesn't align with what fans were asking for. Look at Super Junior, they're the perfect example of how SM doesn't care if an entire group is full of controversies and scandals. And despite all their drama, they're still active. So why this treatment for Sunghan? It's all nonsense and a clear sign that SM's priorities are as twisted as ever. 4. Cube might be the next MLD soon. It was reported that Soyeon is leaving Cube Entertainment, and this made all K-pop fans predict that Cube will be the next MLD. Well, Soyeon didn't terminate her contract as a member of JISOO, which means she didn't entirely leave. Neither the other members announced their departure. And honestly, I was shocked that Soyeon didn't terminate her contract as a group member. It's obvious that Cube doesn't pay anything for their artists well or give them proper promotions and treatment unless they are way too successful. But anyways, if all the members decide to leave as solo idols and a group as well, this will definitely be Cube's downfall because let's be real, no artist is bringing them money as JISOO is doing, and they will fall faster than MLD as well. 5. Survival shows are more rotten than Mama. Well, I have always wanted to say this. I don't like survival shows at all. They are all rigged anyways and are just made for the sake of drama and entertaining the audience. I'm still not forgiving the people behind X1 disbandment. This group had the potential to be competing with the biggest names now if they had just continued. What about JYP's survival shows? Eliminating members and suddenly they're back again? This didn't only happen with Twice, but with Stray Kids as well, and it shows that all of this is just for the show and the idols are the victims of it. And then we have YG who used the same strategy with Baby Monster, exactly the same. And don't get me started on the latest one, Starlight Boys. If Areal Rock was behind the show, it would have had more feelings than this. Like, why the contestants dance for a whole hour? A whole hour. And when they asked for a break, as most of them started to get seriously ill and collapse.
Stop! 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 Stop, please! Stop! 我知道节目组很想展现我们的决心跟毅力，然后也想看到我们坚持的精神。我们是人，我们不是机器，我们不是机器。
One of the mentors told them the goal of the challenge is to see their dedication towards their work and dream. I'm done by all means. These survival shows need to stop before a serious damage happen. 6. Can we please leave AHYEON alone? Let's get one thing clear. AHYEON has already turned into the new Jenny. It's clear as day. The fact that K-pop fans are targeting AHYEON for supposedly overperforming, while hating on Farida for being a so-called lazy dancer, just proves one thing. AHYEON is being hated simply for the sake of hate. It's not about her performance, it's about finding any excuse to criticize her. Even when AHYEON tried to listen to the so-called criticism, which, let's be real, is just hate, and started dancing less energetically, fans turned around and labeled her lazy. Are you even in your right minds? This is exactly what you asked her to do. I'm completely done with this exhausting cycle, where idols are forced to deal with contradictory demands just so fans can tear them down no matter what they do. It's a cruel game that only leaves these artists traumatized, stressed, and emotionally drained. This isn't criticism. It's calculated dehumanization, plain and simple. Idols aren't your punching bags. If you feel the need to take out your frustrations on something, go buy an actual punching bag. But don't use another human being as your emotional scapegoat just to satisfy your warped sense of control and impose unbearable demands and unrealistic standards. These people are artists, not robots, and they deserve the basic respect of being treated like human beings. 7. ITZY's comeback was confusing. I'm a midzy since 2020, and this is actually why I'm gonna say this opinion. ITZY's music shift is honestly interesting. I love how they try new concepts, but honestly, this time I felt a bit lost in the music video of Gold. While the main chorus is actually really good, but I felt the song was in mixed reject. The sudden and repetitive poses that make me feel unable to engage with the music was really irritating. Even mixed similar songs are more enjoyable and more listenable than Gold. It felt as if JYP Entertainment doesn't know what to do anymore with ITZY, so the company gave them something questionable and put these breaks to make the song reach 3 minutes. This is also probably why Imaginary Friend became more viral, because you're not interrupted with illogical, repetitive, and unnecessary long breaks. 8. Why y'all waiting for JISOO's comeback? Seriously, what shall this woman do to you to understand she won't sing? JISOO stated before that sometimes when she is on stage, she doesn't want to sing. She was very honest about it and said it directly in your faces before. And now her company stated that she will focus on her acting career. Why y'all can't support her decision the same you're supporting Lisa, Jennie, and Rose? Each one of the members know very well what she wants, and she is already going into her own path and dream that YG was blocking. So please, stop trying to force JISOO on a solo comeback because it's obvious that at least for now, she isn't planning to do anything related to music. That's it for today's video. If any of these opinions were not to your liking, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section, respectfully, of course. Ultimately, no one is obligated to agree with or accept all these point of views as correct. And wait for the next case to investigate together. See you guys next week.